In our headlines for this evening, locally, labor officials to promote occupational safety and Department of Education to launch math radio program. The details are straight ahead. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Friday, April 24th, 2015. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The St. Kitts and Nevis Bureau of Standards has been notified by the International Food Safety Authorities Network and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration that Bluebell Creameries of Texas, USA has voluntarily expanded its recall to include all of its products currently on the market because they have the potential to be contaminated with Listeria monocytogenes. This recall includes ice cream, frozen yogurt, sherbet, and frozen snacks made at all Bluebell facilities. The recalled products have been distributed internationally to several countries in the Caribbean region, including St. Kitts and Nevis. Other Caribbean countries include Anguilla, Belize, British Virgin Islands, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and Turks and Caicos. Consumers should not eat any of the recalled products. If these products are in your freezer, they should be thrown away or returned, even if some of them have been eaten without anyone becoming ill. The St. Kitts and Nevis Bureau of Standards, in collaboration with the Department of Consumer Affairs and the Ministry of Health, is actively investigating this international alert and will keep the public duly informed. For further information or to submit queries, persons can contact the Director of Trade and Consumer Affairs, Laurencia Tyson, at 469-5067. The Department of Education is set to launch a math radio program it hopes will enlighten, excite, and motivate students of grades 3 to 6 to improve their problem-solving skills. The 15-minute program will be aired live on Vaughan Radio 4 days per week. Grade 3 students are expected to participate on Mondays, Grade 4 students on Tuesdays, Grade 5 students on Thursdays, and Grade 6 students on Fridays. The radio program will run from 10:15 to 10:30 a.m.
They will be in their classrooms or a special area of the school where they can facilitate phone and their radio so that they can have listen to the questions and do their workings and respond. Over the Top will begin with a jingle arranged by King Astro that will highlight the problem-solving strategies. The VON radio host will state the name and relevant program information, then introduce the program announcer who will provide guidelines. The announcer will read the questions twice. Students will use their pencil, paper, and ruler to make their calculations using the strategy they find appropriate.
Having solved the problems, the students will be allowed to call into Vaughan Radio to give their answers.
When the answers are being obtained and they're told the answers are correct, they will be asked to give an explanation of how they arrived at the answer. There will be 2 questions daily. And students who will be successful will be asked to give their names and the school that they attend. This information will be recorded. Prizes will be given at the end of the periods of time, and students can be assured that they will get something very tangible for the mathematics program.
Foy also told us her motivation for launching the program.
The analysis of the last 2 years of test of standards gave us the indication that word math problems gave some weakness, some striking weaknesses. And our children showed some progress last year. But if they can tackle word problems, read them, interpret them, use the strategies well, they can do much better and the scores will be significantly increased. And this is what prompted me and Coordinator Instinct Kids, all math persons on board, to take a second look and try to improve math problem solving in the schools.
Over the Top, which will run for 4 weeks, will also be sponsored by The Finished Touch, Tony's Enterprises, Bonnie's Cafe, Brands Architectural Services, Zone 1 Auto, and Howells Realty. Employers and employees across St. Kitts and Nevis will receive additional reminders about the importance of preventing occupational accidents and diseases next Tuesday, April 28th. That is when the Department of Labor will commemorate World Day for Safety and Health at Work. A series of activities have been organized to celebrate the international campaign promoted annually by the International Labour Organization. The theme for the observance is Join in Building a Culture of Prevention on Occupational Safety and Health. On Sunday, Federal Minister of Labour, the Honourable Vance Amory, will open the April 26th to May 1st week of events with an address on ZIZ Radio and Television. Persons from the Department of Labour will also worship at the Zion Moravian Church and share tips on occupational safety and health with the congregation. Information sharing will continue on Monday, April 27th, with conversations at primary schools. The consensus is that the students can use the information to make their schools and homes safer. On Tuesday, there will be a panel discussion on ZIZ Television featuring representatives from the Department of Labour, the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board, St. Kitts and Nevis Trades and Labour Union, and the Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Also on April 28th, Labour staff will travel to Nevis to dialogue with high schools students about the occupational safety and health theme. The remainder of the week, Wednesday, April 29th to Friday, May 1st, will see safety and health inspections at various construction, manufacturing and hospitality workplaces which traditionally have higher cases of reported accidents. Labour Officer Jacqueline Shiverton Pemberton explained that the department will also work to finalize a federal policy on occupational safety and health.
Caribbean Cable Communications wishes to advise its valued customers of an island-wide outage on Monday 27th April at 7 a.m. This outage could last the entire day into Tuesday. The company would carry out extensive work on its network. Customers would observe an interruption in cable TV, cable internet, and cable telephone services. Caribbean Cable Communications apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Step into the game with Caribbean Cable, bringing you the most reliable and affordable TV, internet, and phone service available. Take advantage of our great television programming tailored to suit your needs. Stay connected to sports, news, friends, and family with our blazing fast internet service. Say goodbye to phone bills and talk more with Caribbean Cable's digital telephone. It's easy bundling all three. Be a winner with Caribbean Cable Communications. We bring the world to you.
Here now is a notice from the Nevis Electricity Company Limited, NEVLEC. NEVLEC wishes to inform the general public of its disconnection schedule for the month of April 2015.
St. Thomas's Parish, April 15th.
St. Paul's Parish, April 22nd.
St. John's Parish, April 27th.
St. George's Parish, April 28th.
St. James Parish, April 29th. Please settle all arrears in full on or before the dates specified to avoid disconnection of service. Please take note that a $100 reconnection fee will be charged. Reconnection of service will be done within 24 hours of payment.
Fit and fun. Culturama 41.
Welcome back. Media professionals from across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union (ECCU) have been asked to assist the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank (ECCB) in educating the public on the phasing out of the 1 and 2 cent coins from circulation. At a media session held at ECCB on Tuesday, Pamela Osborne, director of the Currency Management Department, sensitized attendees on the process, stating that the 1 cent coin costs up to 6 cents to produce, and the 2 cent coin costs in excess of 8 cents to produce. She indicated that most businesses within the ECCU would realize substantial savings once the coins are phased out from circulation. A study done by a Canadian institution notes that the use of the 1 and 2 cent coins costs businesses in excess of $150 million annually, she said. Osborne informed the public that the phasing out of the coins will not immediately cancel their value. The phasing out process will last for a period of 5 years, after which the ECCB will determine whether the period will be extended. Meantime, the ECCB says a rounding system will be introduced to facilitate cash transactions between retailers and consumers. The amount that has to be given back as change will be rounded up or down to the nearest 5 cent increment. Items or change that ends with 1, 2, 6, or 7 cents will be rounded down. On the contrary, the rounding up will take place if the cost of an item ends in 3, 4, 8, or 9 cents and the change is to be given back. The same procedure applies to the paying of funds. The cost for individual items will not be rounded. Instead, only the final total of the items, inclusive of VAT, where applicable. The rounding system will not be applicable to purchases made with checks, credit, or debit cards, and exact change. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. Good night.